In 2006, there was an extremely entertaining and action-packed South Korean film titled A Dirty Carnival that looked at the oscillating journey of a gangster running away from the repercussions of screwing with his authority, reuniting with his love with an attempt to keep his violent ways in the past, and his dynamic with his childhood friend working on a gangster feature film. This movie accounted for exceptional action sequences and a screenplay that kept you on the edge of your seat. Karthik Subbaraj, taking inspiration from the basic premise of the film in 2014, created Jigartanda, a film that I consider to be one of his best. A lot of people, while the Bachchan Paandey trailer released, were discrediting Subbaraj, stating that his 2014 film is also a remake, so we shouldn't really criticize the subsequent remakes. But that is really a reductive argument on what Subbaraj did in 2014, as it laid the foundation of what the Telugu and Hindi remakes have basically just adopted. Subbaraj, in terms of treatment, characters, genre, and world building, completely changed the world from what was a dirty carnival to what became Jigartanda. To assume that it is a copy-paste situation is definitely reflective of most people having not seen both the films. But what is clear as day is that the Telugu remake that was initially titled Valmiki recreated or at least attempted to recreate Subbaraj's film entirely. And if you have seen all three films, which is the Tamil film, the South Korean film and the Telugu remake, you will realize that Bachchan Paandey has just propped up the best of the worlds of Jigartanda and the Telugu remake. Creativity in loosely adapting a film and making it your own is way different than just taking up the best of both worlds and celebrating it as if it's something unique. The characters of Jigartanda have been incorporated in Bachchan Paandey with the visual sepia-like tone of the Telugu film. Pick and choose the best of both worlds and people will pat you on the back as if it's something visionary. What is something that absolutely no one can deny? It is that there is one thing that Bollywood can put their money on and be confident that they will get ample returns, and it is Akshay Kumar. There is no one in the current market who provides the consistency with respect to success at the box office. You look at the last 5 years or so, the man is constantly working on projects and wraps up the shoot of most of his films in less than a month, while some actors struggle to finish first schedules within the same period. He says in multiple interviews that he doesn't believe in the process of method acting and how individuals get into the skin of characters by incorporating various methods. He has clarity of the projects that he wants to do. He is particular about not having drastic physical changes to fit the characters. But most importantly, he has a connection with the audience which is like no one else in the current market.
मैं वो एक्टरों में से नहीं हूँ जो कहूँगा कि मैं 2 महीने अब मैं होटल के रूम में जाके कंसंट्रेट करूँगा and I'm going to get into this skin of this role. मुझे एक दिन लगता है उस फिल्म के किरदार के अंदर आने के लिए. At the end of the day, it's just acting यार. क्यों आप इतना अपने आप को किस बात का लोड ले रहे हो? No.
In 2021, while the Hindi film industry was struggling to get audiences to theatres, it is his film Suryavanshi that guaranteed people a commercial masala film that allows escapism. And no matter what we say about the quality of that movie, it resonated with the masses. This also makes me realize that no matter what I say about Akshay Kumar films, I can't deny the fact that no one can match his commercial viability in Bollywood, at least today. So when you think of the lack of buzz that is going around Gangubai, the fact that it is going to share screen space with Vilmai, the fact that the songs of Gangubai have not really hit it out of the park with the audience in terms of virality, it makes me think that if there is one person who can motivate audiences to step into theatres again, it will be Akshay Kumar with Bachchan Paandey probably, marking the first big hit of 2022 in Bollywood, unless Gangubai really surprises everyone and hits it out of the park. Now let's get to the trailer. Sorry, I mean the mini movie of Bachchan Paandey. I mean at this point we should just release the first 15 minutes of the movie. Like, what is happening with the length of trailers and what producers are willing to give away regarding the plot of the movie and its characters? A 3-minute and 41-second trailer is something that blows my mind on how it, other than the final act, just provides you every information you always wanted. If you see the trailers of Jigartanda or even the Telugu remake, there is absolutely no attempt at fleshing out each and every character. But through the trailer of Bachchan Paandey, it becomes clear that Kriti wants to do a movie on Bachchan Paandey. There is a moment that they get caught. They convince the gangster to make the movie with him starring in it. His motley group of gangsters are introduced. The acting coach is presented. His origin story and the experiences with his first girlfriend and the ultimate unfortunate outcome is also given away. And what will be left is the final revelation for all of us in theatres. It absolutely boggles my mind that the question of how much is too much is never a debate in the minds of the marketing team of trailers. कुछ तो थिएटर के लिए छोड़ दो. You look at the inventive teasers of movies like Attack and even trailers like Pushpa. Despite having an ensemble cast, it doesn't really give away the traits and beats of his screenplay. This trailer definitely went on an overkill mode in describing everything. One of the main reasons why I was skeptical about this movie is because of a creator like Farhad Samji, a director whose comedy is something I've never understood. He has created gems such as Entertainment, Houseful 3 and Houseful 4, but to my surprise, he has incorporated the themes of the original film really well in order to translate into a commercial masala entertainer for Bollywood. I think the best decision of the movie has been its casting. To switch from Siddharth and his best friend in the original film and get Kriti and Arshad Varsi to act like the duo accounts for a fresh pairing that will excite audiences. I think Arshad Varsi has one of the best comic timings in Hindi films, and to see the dialogue of a supporting character like Circuit from Munna Bhai stealing the show and him blushing accounted for a Farhad Samji joke that I may have laughed after centuries. You have great casting decisions like Sanjay Mishra and Pankaj Tripathi, but you know the bottom of the barrel Farhad Samji comedy also was still there in the trailer. I mean, you're still making fun of people stuttering. I mean, let's get over it at this point of time. It's a common disability that individuals are mocked for, and even in 2022, you're making them the butt of the jokes. To see Akshay Kumar also in a comedic role is like a breath of fresh air, because I think everyone was getting tired of the chest-thumping nationalistic films. I think no one will debate about the fact that the mid-2000s Akshay Kumar comedies can never be topped, and to see him in the same avatar actually accounts for the genre in which we love to see him the most. I just have to make it clear that if you have seen Jigar Tanda, especially what Bobby Simha brought to the role of Assault Setu, a movie for which he got a national award, you will find most of the elements of Bachchan Paandey to be exaggerated versions of the original. Almost something that takes away what was so special about the Tamil film. But if you have absolutely no idea about the 2014 Karthik Subbaraj film, then trust me, this is a premise that will entertain you a lot. What a lot of people have to come to terms with is that while I know the original source material, the masses don't. And the ticket purchasers of Bachchan Paandey are basically the ones who have no idea about the 2014 Tamil film. Social media discourse regarding the same actually accounts for a very small percentage of the population that will watch this movie. While I know that the trailer has not revealed 2 or 3 key points of the movie because I've seen the original film, I still believe that they gave away too much, but it is what it is, as the impact of the trailer is still evident as everyone had a ball in anticipating the laugh riot that will happen in theaters. I love the moment that Akshay Kumar creates a sentimental backstory on why he became violent in his life only to burst out laughing because he's just messed up that way. His grin and intimidating presence I think will account for hilarious back and forths between a gangster and the innocent filmmakers. Its pitch is definitely over the top, but that is the theme that Farhad Samji aims to channelize while catering to the masses. While I would like to believe that with the advent of OTT platforms, the audience has evolved in some way and their palate has become a little more refined, masala entertainers are going nowhere as they guarantee escapism to the masses from their regular mundane lives. It may not be for everyone, but it achieves the goal of entertaining, and trust me, Akshay Kumar couldn't care less about anything else. That's the clarity that makes you as successful as him, and honestly, looking at the underwhelming numbers that Hindi cinema has been doing in the box office, they just desperately need an Akshay Kumar movie to rejuvenate the lives of distributors and producers. And that was the video, guys. Write down in the comments below what you thought about the movie trailer. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle's right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also, please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.